The Grand Canyon area has a long and rich history, dating back thousands of years. The first known human inhabitants of the area were the Palia Indians, who arrived around 10,500 years ago. These early people were hunter-gatherers who lived in small bands. Over time, the climate in the Grand Canyon area changed, and the Palia Indians were forced to adapt. They began to grow crops and raise animals, and they developed more complex social and political structures. Around 500 CE, the ancestral Puebloans arrived in the Grand Canyon area. The ancestral Puebloans were skilled farmers and builders. They constructed cliff dwellings and irrigation systems, and they developed a complex culture. The ancestral Puebloans lived in the Grand Canyon area for centuries. However, around 1300 CE, they began to abandon their settlements. The reasons for this abandonment are not fully understood, but it is thought that a combination of factors, including drought, climate change, and conflict with other groups, contributed to their departure. After the ancestral Puebloans left, the Grand Canyon area was inhabited by a number of different Native American groups, including the Navajo, Hopi, Havasupai, and Paiute. These groups have lived in the Grand Canyon area for centuries, and they continue to have a strong cultural connection to the land. In the 16th century, Spanish explorers arrived in the Grand Canyon area. However, it was not until the 19th century that the canyon began to be explored and mapped by Europeans. In 1869, a group of explorers led by John Wesley Powell became the first people to raft the entire length of the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. Powell's expedition helped to raise public awareness of the canyon's beauty and significance. In 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt visited the Grand Canyon. Roosevelt was so impressed by the canyon that he declared it a national monument. In 1919, the Grand Canyon was elevated to the status of national park. Today, the Grand